I intend to talk about my media agencies, ancillary tasks, and main task. The ancillary task I was set was to come up with a fictitious horror film and from this create a professional poster with this genre style in mind, the genre being horror. In addition to this, my second part of my ancillary task was to create a professional looking website to match the style of this poster. Both of them had to include our own original designs and as much information as we felt was necessary, along with everything we found on a regular professional poster. These two ancillaries then led to the creation of a film trailer, also advertising our film to a target audience, again which we had to create ourselves instead of our professional film trailers that we took notes from. Because our film had to be the horror genre, the whole style was easy to match, to stretch between all three of my pieces for the ancillaries. And all three included similar stereotypical elements such as the use of blood, which on the poster was the focal image of it, and on the website it was all over the background, and obviously in the film trailers the death scenes included a lot of blood. I definitely feel that the poster and the film trailer link up well to a psychological horror film subgenre, because of the images that we used on the poster, including the focal image, which was a screaming blood spot with a face coming out of it, which was the face of our protagonist, and to a further extent the vague and unassuming subtitle, which leaves the audience to make up their own ideas about what the film is about. This is similar in the film trailer, as some lads are left up to the audience to make up their own ideas and think for themselves, to trail off and make up their own kind of storyline for it. They can form their own conclusions and theories on the mysteries that are presented in the trailer. On the website I felt it was harder to capture this because I'm not too good at building websites. I'm not really good at web design and everything like that, but I did try my best with the synopsis and the use of images, and images that flashed to create the same sense of mystery, and a lot of other vague subtitles and quotes and things like that. Our poster and website didn't really influence our decisions with the end trailer as such, but we were always pretty set on the ideas that we had for the trailer because we'd worked on them right from the start. But I do think that the trailer itself, once we started doing it, influenced the posters and the websites because we used images that we got from those for the posters and websites that we were doing. And some of the images that I took, such as the bath death scene, which was one of the scenes that I made, was really good to use for our poster and website, and that only came about from the trailer. I think on a whole, promoting our film, which was the intention for all of these pieces, we were meant to promote and get it all done. They do, pretty well. All of them look pretty professional, at least in my opinion, and eye-catching enough to make an audience want to go and see the film. And it's not just my opinion that thinks that. We sent it out to people who were of our target audience and peers and stuff like that, and we got audience feedback, and they all said that they thought it was professional as well, and that they wanted to go and see it, and they thought that it was good and something that they'd enjoy at the cinema. And we took that as very good feedback because that's what we were aiming for in the first place. So when you see all the peers and target audience come back and say that they would go and see the film and they like the film, you think that you've achieved the goal of all of them working together to promote the film, and all of them, achieving their own individual targets. But focusing down into that target audience further, it's pretty hard to say which one focuses on the target audience the most. I wanted a lot of work on my website because a lot of people are on the internet these days, and that would have been the better one to connect them with. But obviously, like I said, my web skills aren't that great, so I had to target our demographic, which was mid to late teenagers, in a different way. So I focused more on my poster and my trailer, and we wanted to include as many things as we could in the psychological subgenre of horror because it's quite popular at the moment. So it was easy to pinpoint things that we wanted to see in the film trailer and the poster, and we wanted to use all of those, such as the realistic death scenes that we tried really hard on, and an interesting and engaging storyline, which we also tried very hard on, and was primarily written by me. And it wasn't just something simple that the audience could sit there and relax to. It was engaging them, and they wanted to be involved in it. But throughout this whole portfolio of work, I feel like my creative writing and design of the set was the best part of it. I did the whole script for the film trailer and the storyboard for it as well. That was all my creation, and I think I did really well on it. And I also constructed a lot of the animatic scenes and helped with the camera angles and things like that. I chose all the settings and stuff like those because it was obviously somewhere where I lived, so I managed to get all of that done and set it up well with all the camera angles. But I also liked the little things that we did, like because our whole film was inspired on Alan Wake, the game. Like I did little bits of media trivia in there, like calling the film The Awakening, which obviously isn't a real word, but you know, if we did it to Alan Wake, then people would get it. And the costume design as well. We wanted the costume to be as similar to Alan Wake's as we could possibly get. So, you know, it's just little things like that that made the film trailer something personal and something that I really enjoyed. Although most of my work was done in the trailer, I still feel my poster was a stronger piece of work, as I was allowed to work on it myself and by my own, and you know, use my own creative input. Because although I enjoyed working in a group, at times it became pretty stressful making the trailer, because all of us had our own ideas of what we wanted to do and all kind of stuff like that. And some of the bits of the trailer were scrapped for no good reason really. But this could be because none of them really do any of the film work or film studies, and so they didn't really know what they were doing, but they still took full control. But you know, at the end of the day, we were still very happy with our trailer. Whereas with my poster, I was allowed to do what I wanted and go my own creative way and kind of use my own ideas, and it had a serious impact on my time management as well, because I kind of drifted off into my own world, but I felt I pulled it back alright, and I reassessed it, and that it was all okay after that. If I could make improvements to one of the pieces, it would definitely be the website, because as I said, my skills are pretty lacking in that area. But I did try my hardest, and it never to me looked as professional as I wanted it, or you know, close to how I really wanted it to look. But if I get a better understanding of the Flash players and website design, I feel like I could really have a good go at it and make it look as professional as I always wanted it to look. But like I said, my time management on my poster kind of hindered me a little bit, so I had to sacrifice time on my website as well. I think my skills have improved vastly over the time that I've been working on my advanced portfolio. Not only have I learned to be more creative and use my ideas better, but I feel my research in particular has improved, and it now takes me half the time to find relevant information that I actually need and want to use, that can push my work further, and it doesn't take me half the time as it does now. My technical competence has also come along greatly, especially the use of editing skills from doing the animatic and storyboard, things like that. So I feel now that I can organise a film myself, and I've learned a lot, not just about film techniques, but the creation of film whilst working in a group. And that's it.